call this meeting to order. If you'll stand for the invocation.
Heavenly Father above, Lord, we thank you and praise you for the privilege to be here tonight. We thank you for the parents that have come out, and for the staff, and for the students that are going to be recognized tonight to represent Franklin County. Lord, we thank you that we are up here, and we pray and ask that you would give us wisdom and knowledge to make the best decisions that is in the best interest for our staff, our students, and for our community. All these things we ask in your precious name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Got our superintendent's update.
Yes, sir. I'm excited to see so many young people in the audience tonight that we'll be able to recognize. I want to remind everyone that this Saturday night we're going to be having our Jalen Williams night at Franklin County High School and the alumni game. It will be at 6 p.m. This will be a special night to recognize Jalen Williams and all of his outstanding accomplishments in basketball and retire his number 2 jersey. The night will consist of the co-ed basketball game, and there might even be some standouts in our audience, and I'm still hoping might sign up for that alumni game. I mean, Valentine's night is coming up this weekend, so you bring your sweetheart to the Heron's Nest and have a good time. Also want to recognize some prestigious band accomplishments that we've celebrated and the kids have worked hard for us recently. We had 25 students accepted into the district band, and they performed at Black Island this past weekend. And just to let you know how many of our kids have went, we had a neighboring county much larger than us who, did they have 25 as well, or not quite 25?
They had 25, yes.
They had 25 as well, so little old Franklin County taking as many. Now, out of those 25 district band students, 5 of those Franklin County high school students achieved the highest recognition that you can in band, and that is the all-state band. They qualified for that, along with 4 middle school students. All-state band, there were like 30,000, a little over 30,000 kids from across Georgia trying out to be an all-state band. And it's different from the sports. You're not separated or classified according to your schools, how many students. So no matter how large of a school, from how large of an affluent area, they're competing with everybody. So you've got to be among the absolute best. These students include from the middle school, Jamie Borders, Addison Harris, Judiana Blunt, and Ty Grantham. And from the high school, Sean Babb, Amelia Ann Blunt, Ollie King, Layla Mobley, her second year, by the way, and Kinsley Love. So we're very excited for those kids. A little bit about our sports. We had 10 awesome Herons compete in the Special Olympics at Lake Point Sports Complex in Cartersville. And these Herons brought home 3rd place in the basketball game competition. Special shout out to Coach Amanda Westover and her assistant Heather Thomas for pouring into these students. Our wrestling team is having an incredible season and will be sending 8 male students and 2 female students to the state tournament in Macon this week. Out of those 10 students slated to make an appearance in Macon, 3 of them this past weekend became their district area sectional champs. That includes Dallin Lowe, Maggie Devine, and Aurora Edwards. In addition to those 3, the other students competing in the state tournament this week will include Peyton Perez, Jonathan Westbury, Raylan Smith, Rylan Bitten, Aubrey Carter, Keller Stringer, and Hayden Dearmont. Additionally, for the first time ever in girls wrestling history, Franklin County High School has a female wrestler, ranked number 1 for her weight class in the state of Georgia, and that is Miss Maggie Devine. So she is going into this tournament ranked number 1. So we are extra excited. And guess where I'm going to be later this week? In Macon. All right, basketball news. We're going into region tournament play this week. Our varsity girls are currently second seed in region play and will play at 4 on Thursday in Worth County. Who they will play is still to be determined, with waiting on another game to take place. Boys basketball will play Jeff Davis at 5:30 on Tuesday in BCHerons. So good luck and go Herons. So a little bit of exciting news going on with the band and with our sports. All right, Dr. Todd, if you'll come on up, let's get ready to recognize our SOAR winners for Brantley County High School. And for the people in the audience, each month we recognize our SOAR employees from either the different schools or board office and such. And a SOAR employee is somebody that goes above and beyond every day on their job, and their colleagues actually select them for this distinction, for this honor.
Absolutely. The first person I'd like to recognize is Mr. Paul Winder. Mr. Paul, if you would, come up, please. When Mr. Paul gets up here, I would just say a few words about him. Mr. Paul is our Teacher of the Year this year, and he truly stands out by building lasting, meaningful relationships with all of his students. He takes the time to connect on a personal level, ensuring that each student feels valued and supported. His dedication goes above and beyond, spending countless hours outside of the school, refining lesson plans and enhancing the learning experience. His commitment doesn't stop at the classroom. He supervises and leads extracurricular activities like video production, staying late to help students perfect their work. By guiding them in hands-on projects, Mr. Paul introduces many to the audiovisual career field, inspiring their future career paths. His passion is contagious, and his mentorship leaves a lasting impact on student lives, both academically and personally. At this time, I'd like for you to please give Mr. Paul a big round of applause. The next person I would like to introduce is Miss BCHerons. Miss Michelle is our dedicated bookkeeper at Brantley County High School, but she's not only that, she's the heart of our BCHS family. She expertly manages the school's finances, ensuring that everything runs smoothly from sporting teams, clubs, and daily operations. Beyond the numbers, she takes care of the staff appreciation days, organizes food for staff, and handles countless other details that make BCHS feel like home. As the mother heron in our nest, she nurtures a supportive and welcoming environment for students and staff alike. So we can give Ms. Michelle a big
All right, let's see, is Mr. Tyler Page available? Come on up. I think you have some folks we want to recognize.
I've got a couple young fellas out here. Thank you guys for having us. I'm super excited about this group of young men. We have 12 on the team until a few's missing tonight, but we actually have a baseball game going on in Wayne County. A lot of these athletes, some of them just came from tennis practice, and some of these young men are doing multiple sports. I'm super excited about just them as young men. I challenge you to check grades and behavior. This is an outstanding group of young people. Not just basketball players, because they excelled at basketball this year, but they're also, a couple of them did, on this team here was also part of the cross country, that did so well this year. Some of them, I had 2 of them already telling me, get ready for a comeback for tennis. So, they're already making plans for that. I'd like to talk about, well, I'll say this right here. As I look back over the records that you know, the middle school that we have, and a lot of times we haven't always had a 6th and 7th grade team. I cannot find anywhere in the 6th and 7th grade history or the 8th grade history that we've ever had a boys championship until this year. So I am super excited about that. I hope this is the beginning of a new tradition of having them. Several of these kids on this team were how many of you guys were 6th graders? Raise your hands. So some of these kids are coming back. Some of these guys are 7th graders going on to our 8th grade team. But I'm going to let Brother Rusty, he's the coach, I'm going to let him tell you a little more about the team. But I'd like to just speak on Brother Rusty for a minute. I have lived in Brantley County my entire life. I have never had an address outside of this county. even with college. I'm not gonna say I'm partial, but I am very fond of homegrown herons, lifelong herons. I do, and I thought about we could come up with a pretty good list of converts that have came and gone throughout my 40 years, that have either spent a season here or maybe wheeled up lifelong. But we've had some good people coming out of our county. I cannot think of one that Brother Rusty has been a blessing to our community, to our school system, to our county. I count him as a very close friend. I think the world of him. I know I can call him night and day. And boys, some of you guys, seventh graders going to eighth grade, if you think that your time as Coach Rusty is done, he's there forever. I promise you. That's the kind of fellow he is. Okay, night or day. I think the world of him. We won't bring up any kind of celebrations in the locker room. We want to focus on the pretty side. But, I think he likes to celebrate in the locker room a little bit after big win. The rest of the up, and I know you will be the host with that.
No, this is a special group. I just had a blast this year, coaching them, and just see that, like Tyler said, they are a great group of young men, on the court and off the court, and I'm super proud. I've been coaching for a long time, but this is probably one of the proudest moments that I've had in my whole coaching career, is right there with them boys and winning the conference championship. So, I told them, I said, look, this is just the beginning. I said, if you do things the right way and you work hard, you can accomplish great things. And that's what these boys did. They did things the right way, and they worked hard, and they never quit and never gave up. It was so awesome to avenge the 2 losses that we had in the regular season. We beat those 2 teams in the conference, in the playoffs there. So I'm super proud of them. I love them very much. And you don't know what kind of bond you get with a coach and a player. It's a special thing, and these boys will always have a special place in my heart. So I love you guys and appreciate y'all. So I guess what I'm going to do at this time, I'll call out their names. Of course, some of them are not here. First of all, we have Halden Lee. Come on, hold up. Colin Harris. Kane Barnes, he's not here, he's playing baseball. Parker Hanchy, he's playing baseball. Eli Fuller, he's baseball. Ryan King. All right, Blaine Smith. Mason Glover. We have Garen McCarty, Brody Gibson, and Reed Thomas. And then last but not least, Hannah Harris. You're good.
Cheese. Everybody look.
Good. Thank you. Talking about Coach Rusty and his passion, they in a game, they up by 15, and the boys miss a couple of layups, and he hollers out for the whole gym to hear, "You're making me pull my hair out, it's my head." But we did agree later on, once they got up about 25, he just chilled right out.
Next up, I'm gonna ask, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Angela Haney to come forward, and she's got some, special recognition for tonight.
Absolutely. So just a couple of things. We've had a busy academic competition season as well. And one is we just finished up our young authors, and just a quick mention out to them. We'd like to give a shout out to our local young authors competition county winners. Their submissions have now been sent to Okeechobee and Teresa, and we have those on the website. And also just a thank you to the English teachers and to our coordinators at the buildings that help us out with that. And then our science fair, if you'll look up here, we have some very exciting news. So we sent those all to our region competition. And we just swept the competition this year. Maya Slover and Kaden Bass for 6th grade won the grand champion and got a $1,000 scholarship. So really cool. And then Josie Harris and Reed Thomas won 2nd overall junior physical science. And both of them will be able to go on to the state fair in April. Emily Perry, also a 6th grader from Hoboken Elementary, finished the 3rd overall in physical science, and those others were from the Hunt Elementary. And then Chloe Edwards, a 4th grader at NES, was 4th overall in the 4th grade division. So we had a really good year with our science fair region, and a shout out again to our 4th through 6th science teachers for helping organize this event. And also, we have some APs in the room that helped us judge this year, and we really appreciate their help, and also RISA judges this year to help us with our district competition and give some feedback before they win. And then the next slide, if you will, Mr. Allen. We are very excited. We always love sending our kiddos off to tech competition, and this year we came back with our region wins with 21 first place winners that will be invited to the state level competition. And we had 15 second place and 7 third place for an overall of 43 wins this year, and we had 77 students total competing. So really great outcome this year for all of that. And again, we really appreciate those that are involved in this. And I really want to thank our media specialists and our STEM-related connection and CTAE teachers. Mr. Hall back here is one of them that helps us with this, Mr. Paulander, with the building level programs. We have kids graduating right now in these pathways because of some of the work that they start early on at those 3rd grade and up. And speaking of our 3rd grade, we broadened our 3rd grade categories this year because several more from the, we've had some from Hoboken in the past, but we also had some from NPS this year. So I was very excited about that from the other end of the county. So very excited. All right, and then we have a special award that we're going to do with our board, and Dr. Morgan, it's my honor to present this board with the GSBA Exemplary Board Recognition. And just to let you know a little bit about this particular award, this recognition highlights the board's commitment to continuous improvement, transparency, and collaboration, all of which play a key role in enhancing educational opportunities for every student in the district. The Georgia School Boards Association honors school board members that demonstrate strong governance, helping to create a positive educational culture that supports student learning and achievement. And this board, there's different levels that you can get, and you can either meet or exceed, and this board actually exceeded the criteria with their professional learning that they have to do, and all of the planning and the different things we're doing with student achievement. So we are just very excited to honor you today, and thank you for all of your work that you do for Grandin County kids.
Thank you. In addition to, like Dr. Haney said, all the extra training, there's a minimum number of hours that Georgia School Board Association says that each board member has to have, but like she said, they go above and beyond. And there's also a lot of the documentation we have to do here at the board office to prepare for that award, and Dr. Haney heads that up, so a big thank you to Dr. Haney as well for that. All right, next up, Dr. Todd, if you'll come back up, I believe you've got, some highlights from Franklin County High School to share with us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Morgan. As Dr. Morgan said, we do have some highlights that we'd like to showcase tonight, but we asked Mr. Paul Winder and Miss Ashley Johnson to kind of head this up. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Ashley. She's our instructional coach at Brantley County High School. She works tirelessly to support both students and teachers in elevating teaching and learning at BCHS. Her passion for education and commitment to excellence helps create an engaging and effective learning environment. And I have asked Ms. Johnson and, like I said, Mr. Winder to put together a presentation showing some of the exciting happenings at BCHS. So at this time, Ms. Ashley.
Hey everybody. So there are just a handful of academic and extracurricular activities that we want to highlight tonight. So Mr. Allen, if you would do the next slide.
Next. It's weird not to have control of the board, because that's what I'm doing. First up, we have our art and drama diorama. So Miss Lee's art class and Miss Winder's drama class got together. And I'm going to let Luna and Maddie tell you a little bit more about it, and then we'll see some examples.
Paper to make the couch and fire. Yeah, like the plans? Yeah. Yeah, and that was based off of my script that I did for drama class. I only did like a co-function kind of thing, and my script was like where one of the characters had a dolphin bite disease, and so they had to burn it on the front lawn, and it was funny how that worked out. Yeah. Personally, I really enjoyed making that. It was really like fun. Yeah, it was. It was just like so crazy how it all happened. Mm-hmm.
So on the next slide, we'll see some examples. In case you missed it, art had to write a sketch or a skit, and then drama came back and they made the setting as a diorama. And then one more slide. On the bottom right side, you can see the flaming couch on the front lawn. So they were amazing.
Sure thing. Yep. Good job.
Okay, next is our bridge project with Mr. Thrift's engineering class. So same deal, Aiden and Owen are going to talk about it a little bit, and then we'll look at some examples.
So, what is your name? Aiden Crosby. And what was this project about? It's an engineering project, and it's basically just you have to use like limited resources. We only got sticks and glue and stuff to cut those things with, and we had to see how much weight it could hold in the end of it.
What did you enjoy from this project?
I really enjoyed applying the engineering design process, and just everything we learned throughout the year kind of came to that one point. So that's probably like the main thing that I really enjoyed.
And what did you learn from this project?
I learned a lot about the design process and what you can learn from others. I actually really appreciated that class and that project for that a lot. What is your name?
Owens Bradley.
And what was your project about?
So this project was about using these limited resources and seeing how good of a bridge you can make with as few resources as possible.
And what did you enjoy about this project?
I enjoyed the problem solving aspect of it and also the teamwork.
And what did you learn from this project?
I learned how to work with others, and I also learned how to manage resources and almost use a budget.
It sort of sounds like Mr. Thrift got to them before, like engineer designing process, but he didn't. Those were him. It stuck with him. And they did this all the way back in December.
Yeah.
So on the next slide, we can see the beginning of the bridges. So they just have a styrofoam board, the wooden sticks, wood glue, and some metal pegs, and they have to construct this bridge out of that. And so on the next slide, this is the testing of Aiden and Owen's bridge. Mr. Thrift is just pouring sand in a bucket below the bridge. This was December at a high school, and you don't hear excitement like that often. It's just like, no, it's not Christmas break yet. We really have to do this. So that was amazing to see. Next up, we have Beta Club, and luckily, we have Mr. Thomas Crowley. Come on. He's going to talk a little bit about Beta Club.
As you can see, there's two names, and I'm the only one here. As you can see, there's two names, and I'm the only one here. Sometimes we make do. So Beta Club, we've recently, like in the past, it's been kind of like a quiet kind of club. Not too many people have been doing it. But this year we got two new supervisors, Miss Tyree Carter and Miss Liz Rowell. And so they've been leading the program and absolutely doing an amazing job getting community service for the school and for the surrounding communities. So we've had about 85 hours just with the school that you can do, and that includes we've been doing volunteering at wrestling meets, cleaning the campus inside and out. We've done cleaning the gyms, where we cleaned and did all the bleachers. We caroled during Christmas. We went to the nursing home and we got a donation and we gave out to all the elderly folks who didn't have anybody to have any gifts for that Christmas. And then we caroled. That was fun. And then we went around to like Dollar General and caroled there. The most daily one is we go to elementary schools and we read to the just different members go on their first block, second block, and they go out and volunteer on their own and read for kids. Another one, we do sports. We do concession stands. People behind the stands are usually Beta Club members. They're just trying to get their hours. And then we have, of course, people just going into the communities, their churches, and they're just trying to help out and get those notes signed so they can get a cord. Hey, we got a talent show February 28th. Please show up. And that's all I got for Beta Club.
Good job.
Now, in the next few slides, you'll see some of what Thomas was talking about. So that is them cleaning up around the school. The next is them cleaning up around the gym and painting that section where the student section sits. And that trophy case, which we did find like a 2019, the class of 2019, their senior prank was business cards. They just left them everywhere. We found one. And then most of this has to do with the nursing home, whether it be caroling or writing notes. Next up, job shadowing. And so, again, we have a video with Isaiah and Maddie, so they'll share a little bit. And then we'll go.
I job shadowed Caribeth, a Griffin, and I job shadowed the hospital in Brunswick.
What was the most memorable aspect of your job shadowing experience?
After my job shadowing, the biggest takeaway was that we would go through so much to have babies, and that you have to love the babies when you're working in that career, because it is a big career to go through.
What did you like about the workplace you visited the most?
I like where I job shadowed is that the babies were so cute, and they take so good care of you up there. When I job shadowed, it was amazing working there and just the experience of going there.
Would you consider this a career field? Why or why not?
I would, but if you go through this career, I would say just make sure you're in the right place and you just want to do good with the women and the babies, and I would say go through this career.
Maddie.
I job shadowed Lauren Davis at the colonoscopy office in Warehouse.
What was the most memorable aspect of your job shadowing?
After my job shadowing experience, the biggest takeaway was that a bunch of people started getting checked for cancer at a younger age. I realized that the earlier you get checked for cancer, the better.
What did you like about the job shadowing workplace you visited?
The people were friendly, it was a very clean environment, and they took very good care of their patients. You could tell that they really cared for their patients.
Would you consider this a career field? Why not?
I personally would not, just because I would get bored doing the same things every day. And colonoscopy is just, it would be very hard telling patients that they do or don't have cancer. Well, don't would be a good thing, but telling patients that they have cancer would just be very hard.
Is there anything else you would like to share?
This showed me that you really need to look into what you're majoring in, because you'll be doing this job for the rest of your life, so you want to make sure you're doing something that you really love.
So with these two, I love that you can see both sides of job shadowing, that, yeah, I really want to do this, or I don't want to do this a single day. So that's important, and I think that's part of our mission, to set them forth with their career in our community. And I hope I'm not stepping on anyone's toes, because I do think I saw something about job shadowing, but they're going to have extra chances to job shadow, which is very cool. And he's going to tell you later, so I'm going to stop. And I'm going to move on. So next, last but not least, is student council. So Brayden and Brooklyn can come up. Brayden is our senior vice president, and Brooklyn is a junior officer. So he's just going to share a bit about what student council is going up to.
He's just going to share a bit about what student council is going up to.
As you said, I'm Brady Gilbert. I'm the Brantley County High School vice president. And a few things that we do, one of our main things that we do is we plan our pep rallies for big events coming up. So a few things we do in that, we plan the games that we're going to have. We plan which color, we have color wars, so each grade will wear a certain color shirt that day. And we'll plan which speaker we're going to have there. And we had our first morning pep rally this year because we realized that our work-based learning students don't usually get to come to our afternoon pep rallies. So we decided to have one in the morning, and it turned out really well. We had a lot more students there this time. We also deliver birthday cakes every Thursday of the week. So far this school year, we have delivered 600. We also had a teacher thank you card campaign, and student council set up a table in our school cafeteria, and during our lunches, we would sit out there and students would come and fill out thank you cards to our teachers, and we had every staff member got a teacher appreciation card, and those are just a few things we do. And Ms. Johnson will tell us about a schoolhouse clue that we did last semester.
Thank you, Brady.
Good job.
And then one more slide. I'm not as good as taking pictures as Ms. Brown is part of it. So I have pep rally pictures, and that's it. I don't have pictures of anything else. But the next thing is Schoolhouse Clue, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a school-wide clue game that we did last semester during the week of Halloween. So student council helped us on the back end collect the slips and the answers and all that, but pretty much every single morning the kids would see a video with the principal, which wasn't Dr. Todd. It was Mr. Bear, and then that one day Coach Steve, because he wanted to. And then we had a butler, which was the gracious Mr. Johns, and a maid, which was Miss Cox. So they see a video and give a riddle, and then the kids would turn it in at lunch. And then the afternoon, the suspects, which should look familiar, they would get interrogated. And so that was a lot of fun. So here's an example of a clip. So I hope you enjoy.
Excuse me, sir, but I feel I need to make an important announcement. Who are you? I'm Wadsworth, the school's nighttime butler.
The school's nighttime butler?
Yes. the school's nighttime butler. I didn't even know we had a nighttime butler. What exactly do you do? I buttle. You buttle? Oh, I buttle. Right. I guess you buttle, Mr. Wadsworth. You say you need to make an announcement? Indeed. I'm afraid I saw something last night of the utmost concern, and I feel I need to report it.
That was it. It was a lot of fun at the high school. We don't always have those moments to just have fun with kids, but that was one of those moments we just got to do. So, thank y'all.
We get left in suspense.
Oh, God.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Great job. Yes, that's Lisa. Okay.
This award they give us has exemplary wrote on it. There's one part I would want to say, finally somebody realized it. But what is really exemplary is getting to be a part of this, you know, and I thank my fellow board members, my superintendent, and all the administrators and the faculty, and all these good-looking kids, and we get to celebrate this. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this? This is awesome. I appreciate all of y'all. But we have a set of rules, norms and protocols, what we call, that we set forward to let people know that we are willing to hold ourselves to the standard. The good thing about it is we get to set the standard, but then we're held accountable to our own standard. And as part of that, we like to read one every month just to make people aware that they're there and know that we do try to hold a standard. Mr. Cliff, will you read it for us?
This month is communication for board members and superintendent. Timely communication on serious issues, events will occur so that there are no surprises for the superintendent or board members. Board members will immediately make the superintendent aware of any events that are possible disruptions to our students and staff. The board will make clear to the superintendent of what direction we are going as a board, with the superintendent being the CEO and leading that charge. The board chair needs to be notified of additional agenda items that may have been discussed or relayed to a board member.
Thank you, sir. All right, we can take about a 3-minute break. And anybody that wants to leave is free to leave, and anybody that wants to stay, you're welcome to stay. All right. Do we have any public participation tonight? Hearing none, I need to get a motion to adopt the agenda.
I make a motion to adopt the agenda.
And a second? Okay, Ms. Kathy seconds. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Disposition of our previous minutes, I need a motion to accept the, minutes as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
And a second.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Do we have any comments on it? Ms. Kathy? Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. And our financial reports, we've had the weekend to review them. I'm assuming if there was any questions we got answered. Can I get a motion to accept the financial reports as presented?
I make a motion to accept the financial report as presented.
And a second.
I'll second.
Cliff, do we have any discussion? Ms. Teresa, do you want to give us a SPOS report while we're in the financial?
Yes, I do. It was just a record month.
That's a record.
Yes, it was exciting.
Nice.
I want the people and even those watching to realize that this SPOS is what helps our community to do the projects that we're doing and have been doing. And one of our big ones right now is the gymnasium complex that's going on at the high school. And we are just so excited for our staff, and our students are so deserving, and just, it's just exciting times right now in Franklin County. So with that being said, the SPOS collected was $196,920.62. And then the tax for car tags was $119,877.89, for a grand total of $316,798.51. And the beautiful thing about the SPOS also is, this is dispersed through everybody. The landowners, the homeowners, this is not a burden on us. By people coming through Franklin County or buying your groceries from Walmart, we get that 1 cent back. So don't cross the county line to get your gas. If you can buy anything from clothes or used furniture, stay in Franklin County. It makes a difference, and the numbers show it. So thank you for supporting Franklin County.
Now, you promised a dance.
I had said a dance, but I'm not gonna do it.
A big part of it, we talked about this Thursday, is our online sales, which means to thank your postal carrier, your UPS driver, and your FedEx driver.
Absolutely.
For the hard work that they do, toting all this stuff to our houses, because it does bring the tax dollars back to Franklin County, instead of it going to some other entity.
We were talking about when, I first became superintendent 9 years ago, our numbers were usually for SPOS about 85,000, 88,000. And the couple of things that have happened over the past 9 years, number one, some legislation changed and allowed our online sales to start going to your zip code instead of when we ordered from Walmart, it going, to whatever county we were ordering from. Now, when I order from Walmart or Belk or Amazon, we are getting that 1%. So that was a huge benefit. And then during COVID, a lot more people started ordering items online. So because that law had changed and we were receiving that, and now those online orders. So 88,000 to, I think you said 196,000.
Yes.
That's a
And
big
people are
increase.
addicted to buying online. It's just so easy to lay in your bed and click, click, click. So y'all just keep at it. So thank you.
All right, Ms. Kathy? Vote.
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. And our action items.
Yes, sir. I recommend to approve the Coastal Pines Technical College Memorandum of Understanding as presented.
For the recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation of the Coastal Pines Technical College Memorandum of Understanding.
Can you repeat that? Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion?
These are for our dual enrollment classes, some of our dual enrollment classes at Franklin County High School.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I recommend to approve the quote from the Apple Store of Education Institution for 50 iPads for pre-K classrooms in the amount of $16,200.
We've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion for the 50 iPads for the pre-K classrooms.
And a second.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, and further discussion.
just excited about replacing some of the older iPads and, getting those in our pre-K students' hands.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I recommend to approve the quote from Frontline Education to renew the contract for nursing services in the amount of $8,259.70.
Heard the superintendent's recommendation, can I get a motion?
I make a motion to renew the contract with Frontline Education for nursing services.
And a second,
I'll second.
further discussion?
Yes, sir, this is the, online platform that they use for their documentation for the student visits.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I recommend to approve the quote from One Accord Technologies for the renewal of Cisco SmartNet subscription in the amount of $11,230.87.
Heard the recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation for the renewal of Cisco SmartNet subscription.
And a second,
I'll second.
and a second. Which one of y'all wants?
You, Miss Kathy.
Ms. Kathy, okay. Further discussion?
No, sir.
Okay, Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I recommend to approve the quote from McGraw-Hill for the Wonders literacy materials for Hoboken Elementary School and the Hunter Primary School as presented at a cost not to exceed $288,251.45.
Heard the recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion for the Wonders literacy materials for Hoboken Elementary and the Hunter Primary.
And a second,
I'll second.
further discussion?
Yes, sir, we talked on Thursday about, the fact that several years ago that, Waynesville Primary School went ahead and adopted, some literacy resources, and that program's doing very well at that school. And we have asked the Hoboken Elementary School primary and the Hunter Primary School primary grades to review some different literacy resources so that we can get theirs, purchased. And that, the reason it says that it costs not to exceed, those are the quotes that came in from the company, but the, principals are going through the resources and have discovered they won't need to purchase every piece of that, so the price will actually come in under that. And this is something they'll use for years and years, it's not, something that we'll have to, bring to you yearly.
Further discussion, Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. We have, some personnel recommendations.
Yes, sir. I'd like to, ask the board to accept the following retirement resignations. Michelle Leary, teacher at the Hunter Primary School. Tammy Thomas, teacher at the Hunter Primary School. Vivian Smith, school nutrition employee. Caroline Gill, finance and federal programs director and assistant superintendent.
For the superintendent's recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the retiree resignation.
And a second.
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following resignations. Sarah Miller, teacher at Atkinson Elementary School. Leanne Pettyjohn, paraprofessional at Nahunta Primary School. Karina Renfro, teacher at Nahunta Elementary School. Kimberly Cruz, teacher at Nahunta Elementary School. Melanie Tootin, teacher at Hoboken Elementary School. Mallory G., secretary at Brantley County Middle School. Emily Rayleigh, counselor at Brantley County Middle School. Tammy Brand, school nutrition employee. Kristen Lawley, school nutrition employee. And Angela Sapp, bus monitor.
We've heard the superintendent's recommendation, can I get a motion?
I make a motion to accept the resignations.
And a second.
I'll second.
I'd just like to say, if you see anybody on the street this next week or so, and they say, I can't find a job, tell them to come to the Board of Education. I think we got some openings. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following recommendations for hire. Andy McDowell, counselor at Hoboken Elementary School, Sarah White, school nutrition employee, Clarice Alman, bus monitor.
We've heard the superintendent's recommendation, can we get a motion
I make a motion to accept the recommendations.
and a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
We're gonna be voting on all of our certified personnel for next year, and, I've got a few I need to pull out separately. So I'd like to ask the board to please, hire Dalton Larcy and Gracie Larcy for the 2025-2026 school year.
Got a recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve those two.
And a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Same.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to renew the contract for Miss Melissa Hendricks for the 2025-2026 school year.
For the recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion for Melissa.
And a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
I abstain.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the recommendations for all certified employees for the 2025-2026 school year as presented.
Got a motion, can we get a second?
I make a
I need a motion.
Well, yeah, I make a
first.
motion.
Thank you.
I make a
Got a
motion.
motion, can I get a second?
I'll
second.
Sold. No option at all. Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes.
I'd like to ask the board to accept the following sports addendum. Mr. Evan Mentor, varsity boys assistant soccer coach.
Got a recommendation, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the sports deal.
And a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Is that all?
That's it.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
And a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Kathy?
Yes.
Ms. Teresa?
Yes.
Mr. Cliff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. We appreciate y'all coming tonight.